back to the food for thought. Now, take time this week to identify your true thoughts and attitudes when you make a purchase or when someone pays you a compliment. Is there a spirit of poverty or a spirit of pride? The most important thing to remember is to focus on the giver of all things, not just the things themselves. Very, very good. Oh my gosh, yes, this is me sometimes. I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't have that. I probably shouldn't say I got this or I got that, And I noticed that when they're talking about when he's talking about compliments, I noticed that I kind of give a little bit of both. I try not to seem so like I try to seem humble and at the same time like grateful for the compliment. Like I try to downplay I try to downplay the item that they're complimenting. For instance, a pair of shoes that I have that I love, and a lot of people have complimented me on the shoes. I'll say, "Well, thank you. I got it from Target." I think I try to say, "Hey, I am trendy, but on a budget, and I like to be fashionable, but you can too because I got it from Target, and Target is not that, they have nice things that are not that expensive." So that just, I guess I say that too, to make a disclaimer of like, yeah, these are, they're not like $100 pair of shoes, and they came from Target, FYI. So that's kind of what I do. I make it so that like, no, I didn't spend like, hundreds and hundreds of dollars on this. I got this at Target. I mean, you can too. So it really, fashionable, I guess. So I would make it seem like try to make it seem like I'm humble, and that don't want to make you feel bad if you can't get it or something like that. I can totally get that. So, yeah, definitely will think about some of the purchases that I will make, and some of the things that I think I know. I received what do you call it, a solicitation for a certain credit card. And I've been like, oh my gosh, yes, because I feel like that means that my credit is getting better, which, I am definitely working on. And when I received this particular solicitation, I was like, all right, and it almost was like I'm a member, okay. But at the same time, I had to think about it. It was like God, because I was looking more so for the credit as opposed to just what I can get with the card, because I don't really like to spend on credit cards anyway, and I try my best to live as debt free as possible. Only thing I have right now is a car note. Woohoo! Praise the Lord. Let me tell you how He got me through that. But and I was blessed to actually see that one of the things on my credit has fallen off or gone away. So, God is really blessing in that area. But I just think about, the things that I do have, and sometimes I do come from that state of, oh, I should feel bad for wanting this particular item because, it's pretty expensive, and people will think, oh, you shouldn't have that, or you know I think for such a long time in my life, I haven't always been like struggling, like I'm so poor and I'm this. I've been blessed, period. But I think a lot of people has still looked at me that way. I did get a car, and people just like, oh, you don't want to spend this, and you don't want to spend that or whatever on the car. And I'm thinking, okay, but at the same time, I just feel like, the car that I wanted, I got it, and I felt exactly how he did. I felt really bad about having it, and especially at the place in my life that I was like, I shouldn't have this. This is but God wanted to bless me with that, but I ended up taking it back, and then still ended up being mad. It's like, man, I really wanted that, and I shouldn't have let anybody else, not mammon, not poverty, not friends, family, whatever, only God, because He worked that out for me, not these people. So this really spoke to me because it was the exact same situation that I went through, and it taught me a lesson about knowing what God has for you is for you, and also listening to Him and obeying Him, and not what other people are saying, because other people have that spirit of poverty on them. Other people have that poverty mentality, which says, oh, no, 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 you don't need to get that because that's too expensive, and that's this and that's that. But they don't know your bank. They don't know what you got. They don't know what God is blessing you with. They don't know what your future holds. So that's all I can say about that, is that people will do that to you, and will make you think that, you know, you shouldn't have certain things, and because they feel that way, because they're cautious, and they're putting their thoughts and ideals and their mentality, their poverty mentality onto you. So don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Anyway, but just think this week, how we can be more grateful for what God has given us and really receive it, not in condemnation, not in fear, not in shame, but in total blessing, and just gratitude of what God is really trying to bless us with, especially when we're doing the things of God, especially when we're doing what He's telling us to do and asking us to do and calling us to do. Okay, so I hope that you have a blessed week, and I hope that God blesses you with even more so that you can learn to receive, learn to get those compliments, learn to be grateful, and have a, a grateful spirit about it. Learn to just accept the compliment and say, thank you so much. And not say, well, I worked so hard for this, or thank you so much. It only costs X amount of dollars. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's Prada, because some people will do that. Anywho, have a great weekend. Bye.